World Baseball Classic version of Trey Turner is all but back, and Bryce Harper, he swatted his 300th career home run, but didn't mean anything against the Angels. The Yankees, they're calling up multiple top prospects, and the biggest one being 20-year-old Jason Dominguez. We call him the Martian. 61-year-old Cole Calhoun, he is all but saving the Guardians over the last few weeks, and the Braves, they're on pace to make some pretty fun home run history. All of that in today's MLB Recap, a series in which we recap every single game almost every single day. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe, and a reminder, save 20 bucks off on SeatGeek using code Fuzzy. We have a crazy update. I cannot believe that I'm bringing you guys this news. The Cleveland Guardians have just claimed Lucas Giolito, Reynaldo Lopez, and Matt Moore. They were all put on waivers by the Angels. Giolito and Lopez, they were just acquired by the Angels, and now they're on the Guardians. The game of baseball basically gave the Guardians a bullet from Mario Kart because the Guardians have been so bad this year, and now they get a bullet from Mario Kart, so they're gonna maybe go back into first place. I have no idea. We all know how that bullet works, where it gets you as close as possible, but they basically got a free trade deadline thanks to the Angels. Matt Moore is special as a lefty relief pitcher. Lucas Giolito has been buns with the Angels, but he does have a high ceiling. Reynaldo Lopez has been decent, so I don't know. This is a pretty good day for Guardians fans. They're only 5 games back of the Twins, and also they have Josh Naylor coming back. Maybe they call up Kyle Manzardo. Another former Angel that was just picked up by a team from Ohio, Hunter Renfroe. He is going to the Reds along with Harrison Bader, who was also put on waivers by his team, the Yankees. So Harrison Bader is going to the Reds along with Hunter Renfroe. A few other updates on former Angels players. Randall Grichuk, he went through waivers, so he's going to stay with the Angels. And Dominic Leone, who they traded Jeremiah Jackson for, he's really talented. He's going to the rival Mariners now because he was picked up by Seattle. What do you guys think of the brand new waiver system? Do you think that it's flawed and rigged, or what do you make of it? Because this was kind of fun. We had a really fun back and forth game between the Padres and the Cardinals down in Busch Stadium. San Diego, they went up 3-zip after 3 separate singles in the first 2 innings of this game when the rookie masher tied it on one prodigious home run to Big Mac land. 21-year-old Jordan Walker went 431 feet for his 12th home run. He has all of the talent in the world. Juan Soto, he put the Padres up by 1 on a single in the 7th, and that set up another easy save opportunity for Josh Hader. Hader, he has been untouchable all year. Oh my God, what, Tommy Edman? Back-to-back walk-offs, back-to-back games, back-to-back walk-offs for Tommy Edman. The Padres, again, I cannot believe I'm saying this because on paper, they are so good. They fall to 7.5 games back of the NL wildcard. Now, before we talk about the Yankees, the Astros, the Mariners, all of those fun storylines, I do have to talk about the Mets and the Rangers because the Rangers, they're in danger of losing first place. And the legend of DJ Stewart, it continued in a big way. But before we show that, there's Vogie. Vogie, that's 13 home runs. And then DJ Stewart made it back-to-back home runs, his first of 2 home runs in this game. Stay tuned because Texas, they did end up making this a ball game. Corey Seager, I almost said Kyle for some reason, that's his brother. He has 10 home runs in the month of August. The Mets bullpen, they ruined a nice start from Denny Reyes, I think that's how you say it, as Adolis Garcia. He was hit with the bases loaded, and also earlier before that, he took a walk with the bases loaded, so we're tied up at 3. Same guy, 2 different innings, a couple free RBIs for Adolis. The Rangers went up by 2 when DJ Stewart stepped up again, and of course, he tied it. DJ is having one of the best 2 weeks in Mets history. He's hitting .380 with 8 home runs over his last 12 games, and then he did this in the outfield. He robs Marcus Semien of extra bases. I don't know if that would have been a triple, but it probably would have been close. He pretty much forces extra innings. New York, they turned a wacky double play to end the top of the 10th inning, and then DJ, he's up yet again with a chance, and Aroldis Chapman imploded again. A walk-off hit by pitch, of course, is DJ Stewart, the legend of Mr. Stewart. It keeps growing and growing. So before we talk about what the Astros and Mariners did, a quick update on a few prospects that are being called up this week. We'll talk about Jason Dominguez in a second, but Ronnie Mauricio, the 22-year-old infielder/outfielder who's been a top 100 prospect since he was like 19 years old. He hit .292 with 30 doubles, 23 home runs, and 24 stolen bases in the AAA system for the Mets. This kid could change life. Honestly, he could be a switch-hitting J-Rod. That's how talented and tall he is. Now, while we're on the subject of New York teams calling up their top prospects, the Yankees, they're calling up the 21-year-old Martian, Jason Dominguez, however I don't exactly know how to say his first name because it's spelled with 2 S's, so I think it's Jason. Anyways, he had 22 doubles, 15 home runs, 40 stolen bases, and 83 walks in 118 minor league games, so he was all over the place. He has great defense and a cannon for an arm. They're also calling up 24-year-old Vegas boy Austin Wells, who had 24 doubles, 17 home runs, and almost 50 walks in 96 games as a switch-hitting catcher. His defense has vastly improved. I've seen this kid hit in high school against my brother. This kid has raked for as long as I can remember. The Yankees are about to get younger. and better in my opinion. Now, before we show the Yankees game, we just saw the Rangers lose, so we have to talk about the Astros and the Mariners. Texas, they can fall to third place if the Mariners and Astros pick up some W's, and I mean, it was a dang hit parade for the Astros. Cutter Crawford, he got cut up for 6 runs over 2 2/3. Jeremy Pena had an RBI double. Michael Brantley, it's so nice to see him back and healthy. He had a 2-run single. Bregman, he finished off the attack with an RBI double in the 4th, and yeah, the game was pretty much a wrap at that point. Ryan Presley, he wrapped up his 29th save as the Boston Red Sox get swept by the Astros. Boston, they've lost 4 in a row, and they're now 6.5 games back of the wild card. Here we go, time for some Mariner baseball. If they win, they'll stay tied for first place with the Astros. This Lawrence Butler kid does not hit cheap home runs. That's his second career home run. That one went 431 feet. His first career home run hit a couple days ago, went 437 feet. Ryan Noda, he made it a 3 spot, which is cool because it meant Teoscar, he could tie it on 1 swing. Teo, he's been so sick over the last few months. Since June 3rd, so going on over 2 months, he's hitting 290 with 19 doubles, 14 home runs, and 53 RBIs and 74 starts. Esteury Ruiz, he stole back the momentum with the go-ahead double, and then JP Crawford stole it right back. He knocked in 2, so it's now 5-4, and Andres Munoz, he closed it out. He has 11 saves. The Mariners just went 25-5 in the month of August. That's the most wins ever in a single month for the Mariners. They're still tied for first place. So the Yankees are calling up all of the reinforcements, and at the same time, they're going for their first series win in months. Giancarlo Stanton, he drove in the game's first run, and it seems like anyone named DJ, whether it's DJ LeMahieu or DJ Stewart, they have been blessed by the baseball gods with auto home run cheat codes. DJ has 13 on the season, 5 of them over the last 2 weeks. Everson Pereira, he singled in another, and the Yankees, they got back-to-back home runs courtesy of Glaber, who is number 1 for second baseman in the AL with 23, and Stanton, he's finally in the 20 home run club. Torkelson grabbed the second solo home run off of Garrett Cole, or not his second, but the Tigers' second. By the way, Torkelson had 9 home runs in August. Either way, Cole, he went 6 innings, struck out 7. He still has a sub-3 ERA. Ian Hamilton, check out Ian Hamilton. He came in and carved. He went 3 no-hit frames with 5 strikeouts to get a 3-inning save. The New York Yankees, they win their first series over their last 10 series. Now, real quick before we show the craziness that was the Angels and Philly game, Toronto, they're trying desperately to stay in the wild card race, and with this beatdown of the Nationals, Toronto, they get back to 2.5 games of the wild card. Texas is only 2.5 games ahead of the Blue Jays. It just shows how fast the standings can change. Alejandro Kirk, he had 3 RBIs. Espinal had a few RBIs as well, but the biggest story was Chris Bassett, who went 8 shutout with 3 base hits allowed. If the Blue Jays can unlock the pop and they go into October with Gausman, Bassett, Kikuchi, maybe a fixed Alek Manoah and Jose Barrios, the Jays could be very, very dangerous. They just need some consistency from the offense. All right, everyone, I'm not gonna lie. This Angels and Phillies game might have been the most entertaining game of 2023. Hunter Renfroe, just a day after getting put on waivers, he had a 2-run blast, and then Ohtani, he's still raking even after tearing his UCL. I know the UCL has nothing to do with swinging the bat, but it's still wild. He's not human. Brandon Drury, he made it a 5-2 game, and here we go, Phillies. Castellanos, he singled in Trey Turner, and look at Trey go. WBC Trey Turner is so back, 420 feet for a 3-run blast. His 4th home run over the last 3 days. He's hitting 365 with 9 home runs and 26 RBIs since August 4th when he had that standing ovation. The Phillies are up by 1, and now they're losing because Renfroe popped his second 2-run extra base hit of the game. So again, the Angels are up by 1. Scratch that. Bryce Harper, he made home run number 300 count. He is one of 8 guys in the history of baseball with 300 home runs, 900 walks, and a 140 OPS plus through their age 30 season. Everyone else is already in the Hall of Fame or going to be in the Hall of Fame. So Harper, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. Renfroe, he played spoiler with a game-tying sacrifice fly, and that'll really spoil it. Brandon Drury with the 2-run Oppo Taco, he knew it was gone as Craig Kimbrell completely imploded. Drury has 21 doubles, 19 home runs, and 64 RBIs despite missing 36 games. Estevez, he came in and struck out 2 for his 29th save. What a game. That was a lot of fun to watch. A lot of history. Trey Turner's back. Players that were put on waivers are about to get claimed, but they're still playing for the current squad that put them on waivers. It was fun. So we have 2 massive division series happening right now. The Cubs versus the Phillies and the Twins versus the Guardians. We'll talk about the NL Central after this one. Rookie Tanner Bybee, he was disgusting again. 8 strikeouts over 5 innings. Over his last 12 starts, the rookie has a 2.2 ERA and 74 strikeouts in 71 innings. The only problem is Sonny Gray was his dual mate, and he went 7 shutout on just 81 pitches. That is ultra efficiency if you ask me. I'm pretty sure he lowered his ERA to an AL best 2.92. He's just ahead of guys like Kyle Bradish and Garrett Cole. Cleveland, they were able to scrape together some runs, one on a single from Stephen Kwan of the 8th, and then another on a gift directly from the baseball gods. That was a wild pitch for the tie, but I mean, honestly, it could have very easily been called a swing from Bo Naylor. That set up extras, and hopefully the statue is being built right now. Cole Calhoun saved us again. A 3-run, no doubt, lefty tank job. He has 15 RBIs in 20 games as a Guardian this year. Class A, he has an MLB best, 36 saves. Cleveland, they win the series, but they're still 5 games back of first place. Another big time series is happening down in Wrigley. The battle for the NL Central continues. Woodruff gave up 2 runs early to the Cubs. Ian Happ an RBI double. Ian Happ has been really clutch as of late in Swanson. He had a sac fly. Kyle Hendricks, he was incredible, by the way. He allowed just 1 run in the 3rd inning, but that run wasn't even an earned run. Hendricks, he held Milwaukee to 1 run over 6 innings. He struck out 6. Okay, Kyle Hendricks, I see you. Now, Milwaukee, they did end up tying it after a hit by pitch to the hit by pitch king, Mark Hanna. So that hit by pitch ties it at 2. Bellinger, he steps up. He is currently leading MLB for most RBIs in August, and he extends that. He has 31 RBIs in the month of August after winning Player of the Month in July. His ricochet RBI puts the Cubs up by 1, and Adbert Alzolay, he is as locked down as it gets for 9th innings. The Cubs are just 2 games back of the Brewers in first place. Now, the Reds are trying to stay in the NL Central race as well. I mean, same with the NL wildcard, just like the Giants. Lots of important games coming up, so make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you never miss these games. Hunter Green, he was basically unhittable all night long. He held the Giants scoreless through the first 5, but Logan Webb was just as nasty. He held the Reds scoreless through 5. Cincinnati, they turned on the cheats in the 6th inning. Spencer Steer, he stole home after Ellie stole second, so it was a double steal, so they get 1 run. And then CES, Christian Encarnacion Strand, he took over. There's an RBI single to score Ellie, and then he doubled the lead with a 400-foot 2-run home run to score Ellie again. He went 4 for 4. Shout out to Christian Encarnacion Strand, the rookie. Alexis Diaz, he nailed down his 35th save of the season. And can I just mention that Alexis Diaz has a 2 ERA and a 12 strikeouts per 9 in his first 2 seasons. Him and Edwin, his brother, Edwin Diaz, are disgusting. Call them the Disgusting Brothers from, what is that show called? Succession. Here we go. The battle of the fish tank continues. The Rays versus the Marlins. Zach Eflin and Jesus Luzardo, they combined for nearly 13 innings of shutout baseball. Zach Eflin, he struck out 4 on 4 base hits, but this Jesus Luzardo kid, he held the Rays to 1 hit over 6 shutout. He also struck out 8 Rays. Over Jesus Luzardo's last 12 innings, he's given up 0 runs, 3 base hits total over his last 12 innings, and 15 strikeouts. But again, Eflin and crew, they kept up. Look at that catch from Jose Siri. He can cover as much ground as anyone in the outfield. He robs Miami of extra bases, so we're going to go to the 10th inning, where Josh Lowe, he clutched up with the go-ahead single, and Randy Arozarena, he put the game on ice. He had a 2-run single, and by the way, he had 2 stolen bases in this game, so he's the first Ray ever with 3 consecutive 20 home run, 20 stolen base seasons. Pete Fairbanks, he has 18 saves. The Rays, they just keep on winning. Now we got to talk about the Orioles. That is a big win for the Rays because they're still gunning for first place, and the Orioles are in their way. Dylan Cease, I just want to mention, he's not the same guy anymore. He got torched for a bazillion hits in the first inning. He ended up going down by 4 in the blink of an eye. Now, lucky for him, the White Sox offense, they actually showed up for once, and they made a brand new ball game out of this one. Andrew Vaughn, a 2-run home run. He has 17. Oscar Colas hit one way out. It's now tied at 4 runs apiece. It ain't tied no more. Luis Robert Jr. has 35 home runs, 17 stolen bases, a near 140 OPS plus, and platinum defense in center field. He's what we wished Byron Buxton could turn into. Santander, he's been a man on a mission. He has 8 home runs and 21 RBIs in 23 games in August alone. So both starting pitchers were terrible, but the White Sox, they kept pouring it on. Tim Anderson, he ripped a 2-run 3-bagger. I'm pretty proud of myself. I wanted to say he punched a triple, but not going to say that. Andrew Benintendi, he got it to double digits. Where has this been? I genuinely thought that the White Sox could be a top 10 offense of baseball this year. Like, at least keep it up going into 2024, please. Pay attention to the numbers I'm about to say in this next Braves game, okay? Kevin Pillar, he hit the 248th home run for the Braves this year. Yes, that number is important, so stick with me. Rookie Darius Vines, he was great through 5 innings. He only allowed 1 run. This is his first career start, by the way, and it's okay because he's on the Braves, so the Braves are going to put up 17 runs. Ozuna with the 249th home run this year, and there it is. Orlando Arcia with home run number 250 for the Braves. The Braves set a franchise record for most home runs hit in a season with a month left. They are on pace to pass the 2019 Twins for the most home runs ever. Was it the 18 Twins? I don't remember. Darius Vines, he's going to pick up his first career W in his first ever start. The Atlanta Braves are 42 games over 500. They're so good. The Diamondbacks at the Dodgers. Corbin Carroll, he played spoiler as he robs Jason Hayward of maybe a 2-run double. I mean, Corbin Carroll is so sick. No matter what you need him to do, he's going to do it. Freddie Freeman, can I interest you guys in a 440-foot moonshot for his 25th home run? And then Jason Hayward, he made sure that Corbin couldn't catch that one. That's a 2-run home run. And then Max Muncy, he doubled in 2 more to make it a 6th spot for rookie Ryan Pepiot. Pepiot, he sliced and diced for 5 shutout. He held the Diamondbacks to 2 base hits. That was Ryan's first start of 2023. The kid's nasty. Max Muncy made it a 3 RBI night as the Dodgers beat the Arizona Diamondbacks 7-0. The Diamondbacks are 7-31 in LA over the last 5 seasons. They're basically this meme right here, a hydrogen bomb versus a coughing baby when they play in LA. Andre Jackson has been in baseball since 2021, but he just now got his first career W. He's on the Pirates now. He was on the Dodgers. Brian Reynolds, he went 440 feet. He has 19 home runs, and even though Bobby Witt Jr. smoked his 27th home run, Bobby Witt Jr., by the way, is just 3 home runs and 2 stolen bases away from a 30-40 season. Andre Jackson, he was really impressive for the Pirates. He struck out 7 Royals over 5 1/3. He only gave up 2 base hits. Jack Sawinski got that run back from Bobby Witt Jr. Jackie's kind of been the athletic and young version of Kyle Schwarber. He's hitting 207 with 22 home runs and a 110 OPS plus. So according to Sabermetrics, he's been above average. David Bednar has 29 saves, and that's the ballgame. The Pirates win 4-1 over the Royals. So because the Orioles lost and the Rays won, the Rays are now 1.5 games back of first place in the AL East. The Guardians, they won 2 of 3 from the Twins, so they're 5 games back in the AL Central. The AL West, the Rangers are 1 game back of the Astros and the Mariners. Both of those teams are tied for first place. And then the only other update that we have, the Cubs, they picked up a couple games on the Brewers. They're 3 games back of Milwaukee for first place in the NL Central. So what's going on with the wild card? The Red Sox fall to 6.5 games back. The Blue Jays, they pick up a game on the Rangers, so they're 2.5 games back of the Rangers for that final wild card spot. In the NL, we can see that the Marlins, they keep on losing. They're 3 games back of that final wild card spot, with the Reds at 1 game back, the Diamondbacks at a half game back, and then the Giants are still fighting right now at a half game ahead of the Diamondbacks for that final spot in the wild card in the NL. A lot of you guys missed Immaculate Grid, so I'm going to go ahead and do that today. A Brave and a Twin. That one is pretty easy. I remember, didn't Eddie Rosario went from the Twins to the Guardians, and then we traded him to the Twins. There we go. A Met and a Twin. This one is really easy. My rarity score is going to get completely torched, but I'll take it. I want to see Johan Santana's face because I haven't talked about him in so long. Maybe in the history of this channel, I've maybe talked about Johan Santana maybe a couple times, but he is so underrated. He could be a future Hall of Famer. I don't know who's been on the Twins and the Cubs, so we're going to come back to that one. Who is on the Braves and the Pirates? I have no idea who that is. A Met and a Pirate. That one is easy because I played the Bigs too a lot, so I know that Jason Bay was on the Pirates. Then he went to the Mets. We have a Pirate and a Cub. Pirate and a Cub. I'll have to come back to that one because I feel like Derek Lee ended his career. I'm seeing Derek Lee in a Pirates uniform, but I don't remember. A Brave and a Ray. I know this one because I thought that he was going to be special with them. Nick Anderson, I believe that he's been on the Braves. Yep. So we have a Ray and a Met. This one is really easy. Brooks Raley, he's been so much better than David Robertson over the last few weeks as the new closer for the Mets. We have a Cup. Speaking of David Robertson, doesn't David Robertson fit this one? He's been on the Rays before, right? And I know he was a long-time closer, at least a couple of years with the Cubs. Look at David Robertson. So we have a Twin and a Cub. I couldn't tell you guys one single player that played for the Twins and the Cubs. Who was that one guy? James Loney? Did James Loney play for the Pirates? I can't remember. I'm going to go with someone that I'm pretty sure was on both teams because I know for a fact he was on the Braves, and I think he played for the Pirates for a season or 2. Kenny Lofton, 2 more. We have a Pirate and a Cub. I'm almost positive this is Derek Lee. I'm pretty sure he ended his career kind of fizzling out. He did 3%, so now we just need a Twin and a Cub. Jorge Soler was not on the Twins. I'm trying to think. Sammy Sosa was not on the Twins. What about some Greg Maddux was not on the Twins? There's got to be a pitcher. What about Caleb Thielbar? Was Caleb Thielbar ever on the Cubs? I'm going to have to take a few seconds for this one. The only player that is coming to my head right now, and I don't think it's right, I can't remember if Andrelton Simmons played for, I know he played for the Angels. I'm almost positive. Yeah, he played for the Twins. That's when he kind of came up out of nowhere as a defensive wizard. Did Andrelton Simmons play for the Cubs? I'm going to go with Andrelton Simmons, and if I get this wrong, I actually won't be mad. I don't remember if he did. My rarity score was under 100, and I got them all right. Look at me go. That does it for today's MLB recap. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate the support on these videos because they take forever to make. Leave a like, hit that subscribe button. Remember, I post MLB The Show almost every single day on my gaming channel. I'll catch you guys there. Click on this little circle.